Welcome back to News 3 at 4. Well, of course, it's the season to dust off your bicycle and get out there and go for a ride. But before you do, it's probably a good idea to give your bike a tune-up and maybe give yourself a little refresher on bike safety. Well, that is where our next guest comes in. I'm talking about Deputy Howard Baxter with the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. He's a county SRO and also the man behind the Bikes and the Badges event that's happening this weekend.
Yes, ma'am.
Deputy, thank you for coming on the show with us today.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
Well, let's first talk about the importance of having an event like this. What's important about tuning up your bike?
Well, you know, school's going to be out, summertime's going to be here, and kids are going to be on their bicycle. And it's very important that simple maintenance on your bicycle, simple rules of the road whenever you're going to be out there riding your bicycle. And we just thought it was a worthwhile event to have, and that's why we're having that.
Okay. Well, whenever somebody shows up to your event on Saturday, what can they expect?
Well, you know, we have 3 sessions, one at 10 a.m., one at 12 p.m., and then one at 2 p.m. And I'm just going to start with some bicycle maintenance tips, some rules of the road. We're going to have some bike giveaways. We're going to be giving away helmets. But I mean, it's going to be a fun day. It really is. I mean, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, along with the Vryn Lake Corps of Engineers, I mean, which are great partners.
Yes.
I mean, we have planned a fun day, I'm here to tell you.
Well, and you guys are an excellent partnership to begin with. Well, let's talk about rules of the road for just a moment. Now, for maybe somebody who isn't able to show up on Saturday, there are some things that you definitely need to follow simply for safety.
Well, you know, bicyclists have to stop at stop signs just like cars do.
Yeah.
And it's careful. You got to be careful when you're going to cross a crosswalk. You know, there's hand signals that you have to do, just like cars have turn signals.
Right.
You know, so basically, you know, you don't have to wear seatbelts, of course, on the bicycle. And it's always a good idea to have a safety helmet. You know, I mean, nobody plans on crashing.
Right.
But sometimes, you know, if a dog runs out in front of you or you don't see somebody walking, that may cause an accident. But so, you know, just safety about bike maintenance, rules of the road, and just safety.
Okay, and you know, for any of our maybe beginner to intermediate bikers out there or bike riders out there, some safety equipment that you think mom and dad definitely need to purchase before hitting the road?
You know, it's always good to have a helmet, but then you can have like elbow pads.
Yeah.
You can have knee pads. You know, and these are things that we're going to talk about Saturday. But you know, you want to have reflectors on your bicycle, and if you ride when it gets a little dark, you want to have a light. Like a white light on the front and a red light on the back. I ride, so that's what I have on my bike.
Okay.
But you know, we're just going to make it fun and simple. You know, it's not going to be real hard. You know, but we would like to have folks bring their bike.
I was going to ask that. Okay.
We would like folks to bring their bike because, you know, after I get done doing my presentation and we go through all the safety aspects and everything, we're going to go on a short ride.
Yeah.
Not long, but just to kind of, you know, okay, let's put these things to use. Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's quickly, we've got just a few seconds left. Let's everybody know what the when and the where this is happening.
It's going to be at the Spillway parking lot there at Vryn Lake off of Dam Road on this Saturday, May 31st. And like I said, the first session is going to be at 10 a.m.
Yep.
Second session at 12 p.m. and the last one at 2 p.m. We're going to have hot dogs for lunch, and like I said, we're going to have snow cones, and the Corps of Engineers is going to be there, and Department of Natural Resources is going to be. It's going to be a fun day.
All right. Well, and you've got weather to boot.
Oh
too.
yeah, I saw the forecast. Yeah, finally.
Well, Deputy, thank you for coming in. And now I have to turn it over to weather. We're going to get a look at our full forecast. Here's meteorologist Jonathan Weaver.